2, 1. Good luck.
Hello, 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 hello.
Oh.
This is the third day of UKSG, and I am TBolt. I will be running today for you the wonderful game of Burr in the Big Blue House. Quite a late release, 2002 for the PS1, but it's a surprisingly technical run. I'm going to try and show it off as much as I can, but there is one frame perfect trick which I might struggle with because it's frame perfect. With that in mind, I'm happy to count in with 3, 2, I don't need to split, 1, go! Okay, so right away we're going to go into this level called Pip and Popcorn. The first room is typically where most runs go to die, and this is no exception. However, this is a resetless, so it will fortunately not die. You see, I'm trying to just get through the menu as quickly as possible. So yeah, it's kind of up in the air about how routing of this game works. Do you take the left room first, or do you take the right room first? In this case, I've decided to take the left room in all of my runs, because this is one of the biggest deciders of how your run will go. This is a very volatile level. You'll see, I've not had the chance to do it, but there's a trick called wiggling, and that is basically if I just mash left and right really quickly, Ojo's hitbox gets temporarily bigger. So that's something really useful for just making your run go a bit better, just hitting the odd kernel. It didn't show it there, but there are actually red kernels as well, unpopped kernels. If you hit them, you have to get 25 kernels, but if you hit any reds, you automatically lose 5. This level is called Tag with Tutter, and it is basically just react to what you see on the screen. It's really simple. If one of Pip or Pop shows up, that's the purple guy. He will... you basically have to hit the wrong button, and he'll go away faster. In this case, he has not shown up, which is actually really good, because he has a 1 in 20 chance of showing up. Over 15 chances, that is still pretty good odds.
Let's go back to the foyer.
That was actually very good.
It's Ojo's
So,
birthday.
let's not drop my notes. So this next level is called Dance with Burr. There are dropped inputs quite badly on this level, because this is a very rushed game. So what happens on this level is... You'll see that I'm actually mashing the buttons when I'm responding to what Burr does on screen. So I'm mashing square there, and I'm going to mash X as the third input. Dropped inputs are very common. They happen at least once or twice a run, and you have to navigate around them. It's muscle memory, really. So what you're seeing is me just holding off for a frame or two, just to make sure that the input is registered. And that's that. You'll see that there should actually be an end screen, but if you hold start at the right time, you can skip it. Cutscene skip's always been in the game, but when we realised just how good the timing was, okay, that worked. I wasn't paying attention then. So this level's Paint with Ojo. I'm actually going through this game at absolutely blistering pace. Like, this is a really good run so far. In this game, the maths operates... You just saw it there. You might have seen it there. And there. The maths operate before the graphics, so you can actually start... You can put inputs in before they're even shown on screen. So it's something you kind of just aimlessly mash, because there's no real way to measure where you are, but that was really, really good.
It's Ojo's birthday.
So we're going on to Trilo's Feather Game now. This has the biggest trick in the run, called Dupe, which I believe is
Trilo's Feather Game.
impacted by a hotter console causing lag. And we can wiggle again here, and this is where runs go to die. because this is such a volatile level in terms of RNG. See, I got 3 feathers out of 1 there. That was really good. Unfortunately, the rest of it hasn't been, so this is no longer a world record pace run. It actually was up to this point. So basically, I'm just going left and right, and I'm just checking to see any feathers. This is really bad. There's a thing called one cycle as well, where basically the first wave of feathers, if you get the first wave of feathers, you can save a lot of time before the second wave comes down. That has never happened in a run, or ever. It's quite bad, but it's doable. I've got 19 out of the first phase before.
It's Ojo's birthday.
As we continue to absolutely speed through this game, we're going on to TBolt with Trilo next. The reason why we do Feather Game is because runs die. Runs can die sooner, and we can get back to getting a good run going again. This level does not work on Adventure Hard. Fortunately, we're doing it on Adventure Easy. So it's just as simple as pop, 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 pop. That would have been a gold. That was actually exquisite. Yeah, basically just use the game's mechanics and try to survive. Next up, we're going to go into making faces. This is... I'm going to very briefly tell you the story of the game here, but you'll see me mashing again to avoid dropped inputs. Basically, it's Ojo's birthday, there's 10 presents around the house, and each minigame unlocks one. There's some ridiculous ones like cheese and a little statue, and even a treasure chest. But anyway, this is an auto-scroller, and I need a drink, so I'm going to pass over now to see if any donations have been written. Yeah, words. Donos.
That's okay, who needs words? Also, just want to introduce myself. I'm Ruffled Bricks. I'm your host for the next 6 runs. We accidentally missed my intro at the beginning, but that's okay, because here at UKSG, that's all right. Here at UKSG, we look for the bare necessities. But I do want to say thank you for watching the United Kingdom Speedrunning Gathering. Normally, we're a 2-day speedrunning marathon held 4 times a year in Glasgow, Scotland. But due to the situation with COVID-19, we're bringing you 3 days of exciting speedruns from the comfort of our own homes to yours. This is the final day of the marathon, and yeah, TBolt, back over to you.
Thank you, thank you. So we're just going on to the final phase now. You'll see me continuously mashing just in case we have a dropped input. It has happened. It's happened on both console and emulator, so now I just mash. I don't really curve my thumb anyway. Let's just get cutscene skip real quick. Good. I have to admit, this has been an extremely good run. I might have to time this back later. It's probably about 9:20, 9:30, but I don't have splits up or anything. Anyway, we're already onto the top room. We have absolutely sawn through this. I was honestly expecting everything to go wrong. Apparently, the only things that have gone wrong today are tech-related. The actual quality of speedrun has been very good. So this is Clouds Across the Moon. I hate this level. It's just vibes. 10 clouds spawn, left or right. You have to hit them. There's no consistent way to hit them. You just have to kind of wiggle up and down until you hit them. 6, 7. Nope, that one didn't go in. That one did not cooperate. But that's the level. It's one of the few levels that doesn't really have any tech to it. The next level also doesn't have any tech to it. With this, because it is only a short run, I should let you know now that time is on the first frame that Burr appears after the final level, which is Memory Game. I can't believe I did not know that. That won't be the end of the demonstration, because I will be showing off the final part of the game that isn't part of the speedrun. So in this, you literally just hold down and you mash the X button. You just hope for good RNG. That's it. There's nothing really technical to this at all. It's just a case of, are you going to lose a second just because of RNG messing you over? Probably. And now we're on to the final level of the actual speedrun itself before we go on to the demonstration. So this is Ojo's Memory Game. I forgot it again. There is a trick here called sequence breaking, and I'm going to try and get it no matter what. So all I'm going to do is just get it. So basically what that means is I've hit the frame where Ojo should be looking. Should be looking for what box to go to. As you can see, the actual box count increases by 1 each time, like a Crash ripoff. But after there's 3 boxes, or there's a 3-box pattern you have to do, it's actually quicker to... One sec. That's time. And basically what happens at that point is it's quicker to... How do I describe it? You kind of just... It's just quicker. It's just quicker to fail. I should refer you back to Dance with Burr as well. And in Dance with Burr, we used to do the same. We used to, on the 3rd pattern, we used to fail it. But it turned out that's not actually faster, and it's just more consistent. It loses 1 or 2 seconds, but it gets more runs going. So at a lower level of running, that's something you should do. I actually think I've covered most of my notes there, so that's really good. When you go back to the menu, it takes about 3 or 4 seconds for the input to lag, for the input to go through. So that's something that's also really interesting about the game. As you can see, I can verify right now, I have got everything. If you do the activity mode, you can get bronze, silver, and gold, and that is its own separate speed run, which I'm looking to run at some point when I get 15 subscribers on Twitch. Anyway, before I'm done, because I am only on for a short time, I will be showing you the birthday game. There's a reason this isn't part of the speedrun. It's because it would completely ruin the speedrun, but also because it isn't part of the adventure mode. This was actually an incentive at the last marathon, but I've decided to make it my own thing. So, as you can see, you just have to match. There's nothing to it. There's no speedrun tech or anything. This was put in last minute. Half of the buttons don't even work. It's just a bit of a mess. But I will show you the final cutscene, because this is Ojo's birthday party, which the whole game is built up to, and it is just a 1-second cutscene. But it's a very nice cutscene. So yeah, we've managed to get Ojo all 10 presents, and then completing the game, and then going to a birthday party. Not only that, but we managed to get the hardest trick in the run, admittedly at the wrong time. Ideally, you'd get sequence break before the 3rd cycle, because then it would reset the cycle while the animation's playing. Hard to explain, but that's just how it is. And yeah, my long-term goal for this game is to get sub 9 in Adventure Easy. The current world record is set by myself at 9:06. To get that, I just need amazing luck and to play very, very nicely. I'm just going to quickly check to see if I've got anything else to talk about. No, that's actually everything. I managed to cover every one of my notes, so I'm going to pass back over to Ruffled Bricks now, and well, that's it. I know it's only been short. This was really fun. I hope you liked it too. I forgot the words because I am very nervous right now.
Would you want to give yourself a little shout out there,
yeah.
TBolt?
Oh, definitely. So, I recommend you follow me on Twitter at TBoltSR. I talk about Burn the Big Blue House speedrunning and all of the ridiculous things I find, as well as smack talking my fellow runners. You can also follow me on Twitch, which sounds very similar to Twitter. That is TBolt SR as well. And I'm also going to shout out this little guy. It's Tutter. I've had him since I was a kid. When I had my original copy of Burn the Big Blue House, and when I used to watch it every day. So I like to bring him on. It's, surprisingly a younger character than the t-shirt I'm wearing. I actually thought it would show my good taste in anime, but no. I recommend you follow me on Twitter and Twitch, and you might get to see a world record very soon. I'm playing extremely well, and I'm getting a lot of good runs out. So, touch wood, touch the desk, we get one soon. Thank you for having me, everyone. Sorry for the whole mess at the start, but I feel like I've composed myself quite well, and we have another house game coming up, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Also, GG's, by the way, TBolt. Thank you
you.
very much for
Do we have
that
a
wonderful
time? Sorry.
Oh yes, we do. 9:34. So I don't think it's quite well record from what I
That
can see on
was just Feather
SRC.
Game. Yeah, that's just how
But-
bad Feather Game is. Everything else was perfect.
Yeah, still a very solid run. So
Yeah,
thank you very much
amazing.
for that tour of the Big Blue House. And continuing our vaguely real estate themed block here, we're going to be having Ulvind coming up next with House of Golf. So please don't go away, and see you in a mo.